Also, I do realize that it's cold.
And just increase the lights.
And let there be light.
And let there be light. Yes.
We are live.
It was a kind of a middling performance, I may say. Sunrisers versus Lucknow Super Giants. Lucknow Super Giants reaching 169 for 7. Shane's prediction.
170.
Shane, what a
170.
prediction, Shane.
Although if I have to clutch at straws, I was not that far off the mark. 180. But said way off the mark. Nikhil, way off the mark.
Well,
KL Rahul and Deepak Hooda, the sharps.
Shivam,
for
can you
Lucknow.
increase the lights?
Yeah, we need some light.
Yes.
We should
Thank
see
you.
our pretty faces.
I know.
We don't look that bad, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Shane is like, Shane got a haircut recently, so trying to show that off
Literally this morning.
Okay.
this morning.
Galaxy Warriors.
But wait. From 27 for 3
Yeah.
to 169, it's a great recovery.
It is. It's a very,
It
very
is,
good
it is, it
recovery.
is. KL Rahul and Deepak Hooda, the stars with very good 50s. Hooda playing a very aggressive role, and I think you had suggested that he be your major budget buy in the.
Yes.
Yes. So, guys,
No,
if you have listened.
at the same time, I have to say that I gave quite a few options. I talked about Deepak Hooda, I talked about Ayush Badoni, but I also talked about players like Washington Sundar,
Yeah.
players like Umran Malik, who did not fire today.
Umran
Yeah.
Malik had a
Was
big
misfire was a misfire today actually.
But the speeds that Umran Malik bowled were consistently over 148 and 150. People are asking, where is Nikhil? Oh, we don't
That's a
know.
very good question.
I think he's got an urgent field trip that he had to come. Kind of.
Not football, guys, because I'm sitting here, so definitely
Yes, yes.
not football.
Very urgent. And yes, Anirban Chattopadhyay saying Ba Abu Rao ka style hai. Yes, Ba Abu Rao ka style predicted 180, but he fell off the mark again.
He did, but Bapa Aditya Karan, by the way, is talking about what we discussed. How good was Sundar in the power play? He bowled in the power
that
play,
is
got
the
those
best
2
role.
wickets.
That
And
is
finally,
the absolute
Sunrisers
best,
Hyderabad listened to me when I said in the pre-match,
We
Sundar's
discussed.
brilliance in the power play should be utilized. He got the wickets of Evan Lewis and Quinton de Kock, left-hand batsman and
Both
off-spinners.
left hand. In fact, he could have had Lewis in his very first over itself. In the same over, he got Quinton de Kock,
Yes.
but that LBW appeal, the umpire had given it not out, and
Yeah.
that
That's a
made the
very
difference.
harsh one, but
In fact, the wicket he got, but the wicket he got was also an umpire's call
Yeah.
on the impact with the stumps.
Absolutely. And the other interesting thing was Natarajan coming back into the rhythm. He was nailing the
He
Yorkers.
was nailing those Yorkers.
Krunal Pandya's dismissal, a case in point.
I told you guys to pick him among your budget buys. He was part of mine, and
Yes.
KL Rahul was my vice captain. Let's see whether my captain does their job or not. But guys, remember, you can still make your second innings team right now.
Please go ahead and do that.
Please go ahead and do it on Gamezy so
Link
that you
in the
can win lots of
descriptor.
prizes.
So yes, but what a partnership. You needed somebody like Deepak Hooda to stand up today, and he did. KL Rahul, we knew he's consistent, 600 plus runs in 3 consecutive editions. So he's again showing us on. The captain is leading again. If people are pointing at a strike rate of 136, boss,
He had to
today
hold
he
fort.
had to hold fort. And because of that, and Ayush Badoni, baby AB, once again stepping up and chipping into those vital cameos. Jason Holder, how crucial that 6 will be that he hit. We'll come to find out in the Sunrisers Hyderabad chase, because it could be a matter of 2-3 runs. This pitch, by the way, guys, I have a feeling it's not looking like that belter.
It's not a batting paradise for sure. It doesn't seem like one.
That is why I think Ravi Bishnoi is going to have a huge role in it. I think the key bowler for Lucknow Super Giants, if they have to avoid defeat, will be Ravi Bishnoi. But their bowling options are much better. They have Jason Holder.
They have got Avesh Khan, they've got Jason Holder, they've got Andrew
Tai.
and Ravi Bishnoi. 4 of them are like genuinely good bowlers. So I still think Sunrisers are going to find it hard to chase this target
You
down.
forgot Krunal Pandya.
No,
Krunal
still
had
gives,
part-time offer.
but Krunal still gives a few runs.
runs, yeah.
Last game also he
Yes,
gave away
he gave
quite a
a
few
lot.
runs. But with that 170 target in place, I think if Kane Williamson doesn't fire for the Sunrisers Hyderabad, they're going to find it hard to chase.
Exactly. But again, Umran Malik consistently over 148. He even touched 152 in one of the spells.
Shivam, you can put
expensive
the YouTube back on.
Yeah,
Very, very expensive
misdirected.
today.
Yes, very misdirected in a way. And for
Shivam,
the
you can
second
put the YouTube
consecutive
back
game,
on.
second consecutive game, he's been in. Where is Rahul Rawat? Is he always? Well, that's where he is. Kane's special is loading. Varun Pawit Nini is saying yes. Kane, all hopes now rest on Kane.
I feel he's the key. If
They get him
Sunrisers are going to get this target, Kane Williamson has to fire. And Yeah, somebody is pointing out. Kingshuk Biswas is saying Manish Pandey should be dropped. Total disappointment. I agree. He hit 2 great shots, even though one was close
But
to
that was a
Imran
bad
Malik
shot.
at deep square leg. But then, if you have got a 4 and a 6 in the same over, why can't you just bide your time when you have already lost 2 wickets?
Yeah.
But still, he went for that forceful
In the quest
third
for
boundary.
aggression. Very bad
and
shot.
Ended up losing his wicket.
And the irony is that Manish, at his best, when he was playing for KKR and then got that big money offer from SRH when he was put back into the auction pool, was not someone who was a big hitter to start with. He always took his time. So, which makes it doubly more baffling why it is that he would take such an approach. It wasn't needed at that point in time, especially.
Do you think, Sid, Sunrisers missed a chance to bowl Aiden Markram? Because Romario Shepherd went for plenty of runs and he had to bowl 4 overs.
Yeah, but Shepherd did take 2 wickets in all fairness.
I think he's still fine considering what had happened to Umran Malik. I think so, as Shane was pointing out before this chat even began, that disrupted their bowling plans entirely. You look at somebody like Umran Malik, you think that you're going to get 4 overs, 4 great overs,
And 4
with that
fast
guy
overs.
with that guy going to trouble
Yeah.
the batsman. But today we saw they utilize his pace to score those boundaries. You saw Hooda and KL Rahul both try to play those uppercuts, those late dabs, so that they can get those boundaries in the third man area.
Yeah.
That is all because they had the pace to work with.
A pace without accuracy is always going to go for runs.
That's
and
Sean Tate in the Sean Tate mold.
Oh, yes, I remember him.
But again, Rohan Surbi saying SRH batting can't chase above 150. I might disagree with you, Rohan, provided
bat
2
is
things
weak.
happen. Provided 2 things happen. One,
Kane
Kane
last.
fires and Nicholas Pooran. The guy who can provide that X factor is Nicholas Pooran, but Pooran, he gets off the mark very slowly. And his ducktails in the IPL is legendary. So you can't help it in that sense. Umran Malik should be given only 2 overs. Again,
Again, if you're taking someone on pure pace, someone who's essentially an express pacer, you can't be giving him 2 overs. 2 overs are for your part-time bowlers, a Cheher, a Hooda, those are your 2-3 over bowlers. Umran, if he's been in the team, if he's there in the team as a frontline bowler, he needs to be bowling all 4.
But which Cheher are you talking about?
Sorry, I meant, I missed.
Okay, that's why I got confused. I said both Chehers bowl 4 overs.
Yeah.
Both the brothers.
there is a very interesting suggestion. If Manish Pandey, as Rashi Agarwal is saying, replace Manish Pandey with a bowler. Holder and Ayush didn't get enough balls. It could have easily been 180.
Well, I'm not sure. See, I agree that Manish Pandey hasn't fired at all in 3 games, and probably he's gonna get one more game.
To prove it.
One more game to prove himself. Yesterday, I thought Liam Livingston had that one game where he had to prove himself, and he did prove himself. Otherwise, he would have found it hard to keep himself in that side with the others performing. But
Yeah.
well, they put him on the spot, and he did perform, and he did really well.
Well, Anirban Chattopadhyay is like going after me. He likes to go after me. Well taken, Anirban. I will go after you too if CSK win. He points out his last 7 scores in India, which is 0, 0, 5, 9.
No, that must be the
19,
Indian
0,
Premier
0.
League.
Yeah, that's probably the
Because he scored 350s against India, by the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So-
Anirban, I think you are mistaking the international thing with the IPL. IPL 2021 scores are probably this.
Yeah.
If I have to look at it. So yeah, that is one thing. Nicholas Pooran for over 10 crores has to fire now. If he can't fire in this IPL 2022 season, there'll be serious doubts on him.
Then they'll buy him for 15 crores next season. No, but that's what happened. He did not have a
good time with Punjab.
good IPL at all.
Exactly.
Punjab kept playing him. He kept struggling, did not score any runs at all. And then again at the auctions, you would think that his IPL performances would matter, right? But
Yeah.
at the auction, they went. Everybody, like, I don't know what was going on in the minds of the franchisees.
Well, Sudhir Kumar, आप लोगों की favorite player in IPL. Well, Sudhir, hold on to that. Pretty soon.
We have
pretty
something
soon.
coming
We
up,
have
I think,
something coming up. So hold on to that, and we will answer your question pretty soon. And Kunal Kurana, the year is 250, and there are now awards for dropped catches.
I mean, they do have a lot of awards for everything at the end of the match.
Yeah.
There's X Factor, there's Y Factor.
Exactly,
and everything
exactly.
in between. I mean,
But again, I think honestly, in the middle now, Lucknow Super Giants are probably 10-15 runs short. But this pitch is not a belter.
No, but considering they were 27 for 3, I think so they scored 25 more runs than what I expected.
probably should have. Yeah.
But see, if you remember the first game that they lost, they were 29 for 4 again.
Yeah.
So from there they scored 158, and with that time it was Deepak Hooda and Ayush Badoni. Today KL Rahul was there, and as expected, KL Rahul in the IPL, he hasn't scored that many runs in the first 2 games.
Yes.
What happens? Third
just
game
make up
scores
for
the
it.
50.
Yeah.
So
I know.
with
So-
KL Rahul, you know that score is somewhere around the corner, and today he's done that. But I'm not sure, like you said, 170 is good enough total or not. But I would have to back the Lucknow Super Giants.
So yes.
Kunal Singh has an interesting question. Raises Umran and Abdullah worth their retention price? I don't think so. See, and this is something I have to put out there first off. It's not really the player's choice what price they get retained for or what price they even get picked up for. Having said that, I think Umran is a raw prospect. I mean, everyone can see the pace is there, and you can't teach that kind of pace. I'm sorry, either have it or you don't. So it's a case of molding the guy, giving him some time. Samad is an interesting case because we were advocating for him to be batting slightly higher up the order. He might not, I don't know.
not me.
Not Siddhant.
Not me.
He was
Not
clear because I had said that maybe Samad is getting wasted, but then the options that Sunrise
They have a
Hyderabad
very packed actually.
So no. The point is they kept him. They retained him to
Purely as a
play
finisher.
that finisher's role.
Finisher's role.
Last season also, if you remember, he scored those cameos quite a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah.
20 runs of 11 balls, 20 runs of 13
In
balls.
fact, one knock
Some-
of 28 of 8, I think, helped Sunrisers beat CSK, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. Nicholas Puran is becoming the new Maxwell, Anirban Chattopadhyay is saying. Yes, because
In one way, sure.
yes, Maxwell.
He played for Punjab Kings. That's the only. See, the point is Maxwell has been around the IPL for quite some time. If you remember the 2014 season, also
Yeah, when
he had a
Punjab
great
reached the
season.
final.
The one season that he had a great time at the IPL. Last season again for the RCB, he was really good.
He was really
and
good.
that's the reason why they retained him as well.
Pretty soon, in what we're going to do, I'm going to shatter some of those myths of Maxwell. But I will come to that. Joel John is saying that Bhuvaneshwar had a great economy rate. Why don't we talk about? Of course, we're talking about Bhuvaneshwar.
He was
No, we haven't talked about him
actually
yet.
haven't.
But Bhuvi for me, again, my only bone of contention with Bhuvi is he can get you that economy rate, doesn't go for that many runs, but he doesn't take that many wickets also. He was
Yes.
again wicketless tonight.
Yep.
And even though there are players like Romario Shepherd and players like T. Natarajan who got those wickets, you'd want Bhuvi if you are India strike bowler, and I really want Bhuvi to do well because he's one of the nicest guys around. If you meet him
Yes.
personally, you'll say how sweet is he. He's that kind of a bloke. But I really think with Bhuvi, if you want him in the Indian side, he should be taking wickets with the new ball,
Yes.
which happens 1 in 3 games, 4 games, and
Indeed,
that's a
indeed.
problem.
Yeah, the wickets. Yeah,
Rohan Surbi is saying that Abdul Samad is also raw still and Abhishek Sharma. But again, I will again sum up this IPL 2022. This IPL 2022 from now for the upcoming editions is on building the Indian talent. That's why you're seeing the likes of Mukesh Chaudhary, Tushar Deshpande, Abdul Samad, Umran Malik all getting a bigger run. Ayush Badoni will also get a bigger run. Because there, as Nikhil pointed out the other day, there might be no auction. It'll just be trade-offs
Trades and drafts.
Exactly. So that is why the Indian players, if you're raw, but then this is the stage where you have to prosper. So this is the best time for them. Is the first season. Teams may suffer, like how Chennai might suffer. SRH necessarily need not suffer, but
Yeah.
Umran Malik, maybe in the next game he'll bowl better. Bhuvi is just getting back into rhythm after a long injury layoff. So that is why I think the prospects are there. It's good. So now the match is about to begin. The chase is on. Sid, what do you think?
Well, first things first, Shivam has just messaged me and he's saying that today is Natarajan's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday! to
So
Mr.
happy
Natarajan.
birthday to T.
Pirandanal
Natarajan.
Vartangal Nattu Nanna Valadungal.
Nattu.
Yes, I said happy birthday Natarajan. His nickname is Nattu.
Nattu. So,
So-
two for 26 on your birthday. I think quite a great performance.
Quite good returns.
Arpudama Valadinga Ningal Pirandanal Vartangal. I said you played brilliantly and happy birthday in Tamil to Nattu. He's a great guy. I mean, he's also struggled
He has, yeah.
coming through
Yeah,
the
the injury.
backwaters of Salem in particular. Even Washington Sundar had a big struggle. It is thanks to the TNPL where these guys have gotten tremendous success. And Natarajan was also one of the guys in the Gaba test who bowled pretty well.
I was coming to this. If you remember, like he got injured right after that, couldn't play quite a few.
Yeah.
He was supposed
Bad
to be part of the
knee.
Indian side in other tournaments as well, but just couldn't be there because
Yeah,
he had
it was a bad knee
long
injury.
injury layoff.
Yeah, bad knee injury. So Predictions, guys. Holder opening the bowling. That's very
That's
interesting.
expected.
Yeah.
Bowls with the new ball for West Indies, and
Yes.
you'd expect him to bowl with
Are
the new ball for-
Sunrisers chasing this down?
No.
I still say Lucknow are winning it.
I think Sunrisers can chase it down, provided Williamson and Pooran fire. So, guys, there you have it. Two people saying Lucknow Super Giants are continuing the winning streak. I am saying Sunrisers might break it, but needs Kane and Pooran's big help.
Do join us to see if Siddharth goes the perfect 0 and 10 when it comes to predictions.
And don't forget to download the Gamezy app, guys. You can still
You'll dance, right? If you get a prediction right today.
Of course,
You're
I
gonna
will dance. I will
So, guys,
dance.
if they win Sunrisers, you have to come for his dance.
Yep.
Indeed, indeed. Thank you so much, guys.